from Denmark as a digital leader, then, like, we're talking about 20 years of development from the sounds of things when you were originally a student or a student helper way back when, through the legislated requirements of BIM on projects back in, I think it's 2007.
Yeah, 2007, the first one came out from sort of governmental side, you can say. Yeah.
So there's, even from the day of the first requirements, legislative requirements, we're nearly 20 years of development now.
Yeah.
Kind of from your experience and knowledge, what has slowed the process of digital transformation in the industry, and what has really helped with speeding up the process as well, if we were to talk to the people and companies and countries out there that are starting?
To be honest, you had the requirements, but also you have different factors. You have, like, for instance, software. Sometimes you expected more from software to be able to, so you can do what you like. And also, I think also we have been a bit restricted by missing interoperability between softwares, exchange of, you have, in the early days we had like IFC, okay, you could do IFC, but then it wasn't 100% right.
No.
Is it then on, the one sending a file, the one receiving, where's the faults and all that. So right. It needed to come to some sort of maturity before you could sort of rely on an IFC file, for instance. So we had a lot of issues, and sort of minor issues today, large issues before, like with formats and exchange of files and maturity of the different tools and all that stuff. So I think that has been not a blocker, but then it has taken more time. It slowed the implementation, you can say. And of course, it takes time, even though you had those requirements, it took time. You still had maybe up to 2013, 14, a lot of companies still doing a lot of 2D AutoCAD, And then I would say from then on, maybe until today, it has been more and more 3D BIM-based stuff, but it takes time. You cannot do it 1 year to another.
And I think that's the most important factor. Actually, there's a couple of important points there. First of all, software is not the solution; it's the tool.
Yes, yeah.
Right? And often in immature markets, people go straight for software and go, now if I buy Revit, my entire BIM issue is sorted, right? Or if I buy Sigma, or if I'm a contractor and estimator, if I buy Deluxe, my BIM issue is now solved. And the reality is that's not true. No. The software is just a tool, right?
Yeah, that's it. So of course that's a part of it that with the software, and also maturity on the client side to feel confident that, okay, I actually get you can say we had it was like public requirements. So private sector, they were not obliged to use it. But they did, and they've done more and more over the years, finding, okay, this is actually bring values. First of all, they said, okay, if I do it this way, maybe instead of having 5 bidding for my project, I only have 2. And then they felt more and more confident. It was more like practice. Everyone did it. So then today it's standard.
Just business as usual.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. So of course that took some time, some years to get that confidence.
And we've been relating that to the Irish industry as well, is that it's not something we can just turn on and suddenly everything is working. No. It's a slow development as all organizations come on board, but at least the public authority, being the largest investor, means that almost all companies in the industry at a tier 1, 2 or 3 work on public projects, meaning that they need to comply. And suddenly they're developing internally. And when they switch back to the private sector, well, this is just the way we do business now.
Yes, that's it.
And the value has already been created there, but the public authority leading.
Yeah.
I think that has been the biggest challenge in some countries, is that the public authority aren't leading. And they're leaving it up to the private sector. And suddenly you have this development on some companies that goes, and other companies are doing nothing.
Yes.
And you just have an unbalance in the industry at large, or at
and you
total
can
industry.
Say those strict requirements for the public sector, they gave like good base level. Okay, everyone saw we need to go this way and upskill our staff to be compliant. We can see the comparisons in the Irish market to the Danish market going back to 2010, right now when we're looking at it. It's amazing to see history almost repeating itself from our perspective,